Oldenake here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'll be showing you how to get the first of the two weekly campaign challenges for the week of 8/26 through 9/1, and which is That's No Moon, which requires you to do Requiem on legendary difficulty. And I'm turning on some skulls for this tilt because I want a little bit extra protection for the vehicles that I'm in. Cowbell because I want accelerated explosions, which I will point out when I use that. And the Grunt Birthday Party actually helps me determine that I've killed a grunt with a headshot, and I would be your daddy just because I enjoy that skull. Anyway, as we start the mission here, I skipped the cutscene, and we're off and running. And I'm going to check in with this first dead grunt down here, and he happens to have a fuel rod cannon. Sometimes he has one, sometimes he doesn't, but I'm going to grab it because that is going to be my plan B weapon when I have to come face to face with a sword elite. I'm going to try to kill him one way. If that doesn't work, then I'll use the fuel rod cannon. I'm not worried about other weapons right now because I will be coming up to a crate of Covenant weapons where I'll grab a carbine. But we start off the mission here just running along, and I'm combining between bunny hopping and sprinting. And when I run out of sprint, I bunny hop several times, and usually 3 jumps, and I know that my sprint's back. Okay, sometimes I'll jump with the sprint, but I'm just trying to get to this hog right here.
Still in one piece. Nice to see your luck is holding up.
We're going to use that to get through the space debris to get to our first objective. I'm kind of come at that jump at an angle because if it comes straight off that jump, sometimes I just plant the nose of a hog in the ground. And by the way, there is an achievement, I'm sure that most people have got it, that says Big Air at Midnight on Requiem, and that basically requires you to do one of these jumps at the stroke of midnight on the Requiem mission, and I think that's kind of silly, but I stayed up late one night and did it. And that's the achievement, for those that don't know what that is. Okay, but actually with the new championship bundle that just came out, there's even a sillier achievement called camping, which means you got to camp for a minute in one of the matchmaking games, which I thought was kind of silly. Yeah, haven't tried that one yet. Okay, we come out to the end of this tunnel, and oh my goodness, there's some phantoms dropping off cubbies, but we're going to turn around, go back the other way, because we're going to try to despawn all those guys. And this is what's called the backtrack skip. It's very similar to the backtrack skip on the Pillar of Autumn on Halo Reach, where you would backtrack to despawn elites in a couple of places actually. Okay, I'm going to park the hog right here, jump out, run back to this spot right here where that dark smudge is. We're going to jump across on this debris and walk up here, turn to the right, and I didn't do this properly the first time. What you want to do is a crouch jump and hold the crouch throughout the jump. Oh, there I am. Okay, so I'm going to go try again. Just got to be careful, he's going to fall between the cracks. There we go, that was a good jump. Then turn left and jump up here on the bridge. Notice the screen freezes. That's telling me that all those cubbies are being despawned. Okay, and do a sprint jump back across the bridge. You don't have to crouch in the sprint jump, just sprint jump. I think I got lost here for a second. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going in the right direction. Okay, back the way we came. And this will be the first of 2 uses of this skip. The first one's cleared out this entire valley. And the next thing that next cubby that we got to deal with will be a fuel rod, or actually a concussion rifle elite. And I'm going to take him out from distance using the 50 cal on the hog. I'm going to park it right about here. and jump out. Now the first thing I'm going to do is bring down the snipe tower, because he tends to position himself so that I cannot see him when that snipe tower's up. I'm just bringing it down and blowing it up. Alright, now I can focus on the elite. And be a little careful that you don't overheat the barrel of the gun. Oh, shields pop, and boom, there he goes. He's down. Alright, we don't really need the hog anymore, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that first snipe tower at the first part of the valley. Come up on that, jump out of the hog, and jump into this ghost right here. And what I'm doing is I'm setting myself up for the second skip. And we'll bring the ghost back here and over the hill and park it up against this ledge about here. Alright, now we're going to go out and get another ghost that just happens to be down here a little ways. There we go. And bring this ghost back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the first ghost as a ramp, and I'm hitting the jump key to lift the nose of the ghost, and that brings it up, and then I just boost up and over that ghost I had parked, and I now have this ghost up here on this level. And I step through this little archway here, then back up immediately because I've just spawned 3 grunts, at least one of which has a fuel rod cannon. Grunt number 1, grunt number 2. Ooh, he's got a fuel rod and he decided he's going to retreat. Now, if we'd had the tough luck skull on, he would not have retreated. So I'm grabbing more fuel rod ammo, because with tough luck on, the enemies never retreat, basically. But that's okay. He wasn't too hard to take out. And that's one less thing we have to worry about, is that skull being on. Alright, now I'm going to ease myself up here with using the jump key to get that nose up. There we go. I'm going to kind of wiggle through here. Generally, if I lead with that left wing, I can get through that pretty easily. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get myself in a position up here ahead where I can see most of the coveys at ground level and up at the first level of the platform there, and then immediately turn around and retreat. Ooh. Okay, survived that. So basically what we're doing here is we're advancing to a certain point to where we normally would engage the enemy, and then we're turning around and going back and executing the skip. And that will despawn all those enemies. Alright, I'm kind of using the ghost now as a relay race here. Get off of that guy. Okay, here we go. Now we're going back to that broken down bridge thingy, that ramp, where we did the first jump to initiate the skip, the first skip. And I coasted there for a couple of seconds so I get boost back on the ghost. Okay, then park the ghost up here just about where I had the hog parked. Jump out, and we're going to do this jump again. Alright, so I crouch jump over to here, and walk over to here, turn right, crouch jump holding the crouch, which I didn't do again, I'm just being a knucklehead. Alright, I'm going to reposition myself here. Alright, crouch jump, hold the crouch. Here we go. Then turn left and jump up on the platform here, the ramp or whatever it may be, and then sprint across, sprint jump, and back into the ghost, and off we go. Okay, back through the valley where I despawned all the coveys to begin with in the first skip. It might take some practice on that that jump across the debris there, but I suggest go ahead and doing it. In fact, some of the things that I pull off in this walkthrough, as I jump into the second ghost, I'm back on my relay race again. I would go ahead and practice because these challenges will recycle, so if you know what you're doing, you don't have to watch a walkthrough video. You can just go ahead and do it. I've done these missions so many times it's fairly second nature to me. Now what I'm doing here is I'm bringing the ghost up, and I'm going to be confronted with a sword elite here, and I want to splatter him. Boom, there he goes, and then jump out of the ghost and get back down the bottom, next level down, and then I'll come up and take care of 3 grunts and 2 shielded jackals. And they all have needlers in this particular run, so I'm being very careful. Ooh, he actually threw a grenade. Don't normally see that. Alright, there goes the 3 grunts. Being very careful. I'm using this ramp up a little bit as cover. When the needler's coming at me, I back down. Because that's a fairly devastating weapon. There we go. That takes care of those guys. Alright, plan B would have been to go ahead and, if I hadn't gotten the lead on that with the splatter, then I would have jumped out, jumped back down like I did, then come back. The elite would have retreated, then I would have and gone invis, and I would have taken care of the grunts and jackals, and as soon as I took out the last jackal, if you will, the elite would have charged me, and I would have taken him out with the fuel rod cannon. That was plan B, but I didn't need to because I got the splatter. Alright, now we're gonna come in here, and before we start the fight, we're going to do something called crating. And what I'm going to be doing here, and I'm being very careful. Now, tilt gives me a little bit of extra punch when I melee. So that's one of the 2 reasons I have tilt on. The other is, getting myself a little bit extra armor in the Ghost. And I'm actually going to be in a Banshee a little bit later in the mission and getting a little extra armor there. But it also gives me this extra oomph, if you will, with the with my melees. And I'm trying to melee this crate to a position to help block this doorway up here. And notice that I'm smacking about midway up on the back side of each side until I get it pretty well positioned. That way it stays upright. If you take it head on, or you hit it high or hit it low, then it starts wobbling and it may fall over, and we really don't want that. All right, that's crate number 1.
There, Chief. Console.
Crate number 2 is going to take a little bit more time. And by my count, when I was watching a hawk on this a little bit earlier, it takes about 3 minutes to do this. But by blocking this door, what we have done is we're keeping a full squad of coveys out of the battle. That is or the firefight, if you will, the engagement that will be ensuing here soon. And that makes the actual engagement a lot simpler. We don't have to worry about these guys. Alright, and I am slowly working this thing over to that doorway. Again, I'm hitting the back side of it. That moves it without it toppling over. There we go. Okay, that's just because it was up against that ledge there. Just sort of working it into position. Now you can use this technique even if you knock the crates over. You just have to kind of bang them in on their sides. It's not quite as effective, but it still will work. Okay, crates are taken care of. And now we're going to be throwing a grenade here to this container. And this is the benefit of cowbell. Notice how far that thing flew. If cowbell had not been on or not been activated, then this crate would have hardly moved. And I'm doing my second crating exercise here. And what this will do will keep 2 grunts and possibly an elite from coming out at the beginning of my firefight. And it makes the final cleanup of coveys a lot simpler. Okay, so I've got that position so it's perfectly centered in that doorway. And while I'm at it, I might as well come over here and drop the fuel rod for fuel rod cannon for a plasma pistol, because I really don't need the fuel rod cannon anymore. And head over here and activate the cartographer. And we go into a forced cutscene.
It's a localized site cartographer. Okay. In service of Forerunner Shield World, designate Requiem.
Requiem? At least we know where we are now.
Let's see if it can tell us what the Covenant are so interested in.
And the chief finds out he's on Requiem, and then strange things happen, and we've got to go activate a couple of switches to get the
I'm detecting power fluctuations.
to reactivate the cartographer. And we're headed to the first one now. Notice that when I got out of the cutscene, I immediately turned left. I want to go left, away from the sand, to start, to get the first one. Alright.
What's it doing?
Hit the switch and get the heck out of there. Immediately come out and turn left again, and we're going to be presented with several grunts, and about 4 grunts actually, and a couple of shielded jackals, and try to take them all out from here. Alright, because that means that we don't have to get down close, which I just did. I got that other grunt. Pretty sure I did anyway. Well, maybe not. Oh, there he is. Okay, thank you. We'll make sure we take them all out from distance, or as many as we can, because I will be getting into a position where I would have to try to take them out from closer up, which is right about here. But what I'm doing now is I'm just checking to make sure that I got them all, which I did. You notice that lead off in the distance. We're going to take him on by running all the way around the room here and coming in from the opposite direction. And back across the cartographer's platform here, and up the sand, and right about here I go camo, and just carefully come on down here because he will throw grenades. And he actually saw me even though I was camo, but basically I did a noob combo there. I EMP'd him with the plasma pistol, and one headshot and he's toast. And actually all the coveys that we have to deal with the exception of one, we can take out that way. And in fact, one of them I will do it by peppering his shields to pop his shields, and then head shooting. Alright, second switch is activated, and I've got a couple of shielded jackals and a couple of grunts to take out. Now, if I hadn't done that initial crating, there would have been probably at least 2, maybe 3 more grunts that I would have to taken out from there. And then over here, I would have had to deal with a couple of grunts and a couple of shielded jackals. That's the squad I got stuck behind the crates. But now all I got to do is take out that jackal marksman, and you can see their red little dots on the motion detector. They're behind these crates, and they're trying to get out. They're running against the doorway, if you will. Now what I've got is I've got 2 elites and 3 shielded jackals, and from here I want to take out the shielded jackals. I'm going to deal with the elites from the other side. Okay, that's 2 of them. Here's number 3. Okay, number 3. Notice what I'm doing there. I'm hitting him in the hand, which knocks him back, exposing his head, and I get him with a headshot. Alright, now I'm running back across to the other side here. Actually, this would actually have been a little bit easier if I'd had tough luck on, but that's okay. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to position this elite that's shooting at me over on the right side there and have him stay there. So, a little pepper with the... okay, I got him moving back to the right. Let's see if he'll stay there. No, he's being difficult. Got to pepper him a little bit there. Okay, good. Now I got him on the right side, and he's just going to stay there. I'm just going to pepper him. He can't really see me, I guess, behind this cover. And I pop his shields with the plasma pistol pepper there, and 1 headshot, and he's done. And now we're going to take on the second elite. Bringing, let's see where he's at. Oh, he's in patrol mode behind the cartographer's platform, so I'm not too worried here. I'm gonna do a noob combo on him in this run. Sometimes I can get him to kind of plant himself by that platform or that platform, but that little upright thingy there, and I can take him out with an assassination. But noob combo is just as good as sneaking around trying to get him from behind. And now back to the last two grunts to clean up, and then just jump, throw a plasma grenade, and they're toast.
That's it. Now quick,
Alright, we're done with the cartographer station, other than I'm going to ammo up here. First plasma pistol, ammo up on the carbine, and we're going to go over here and reactivate the cartographer. I had to take those last two grunts out before I could do this. And this time the cutscene will appear and I'll be able to skip it. There we go. And now we're at the bridge. Reminds me a little bit of the Narrows Bridge, but
What do you know about Infinity?
Not much.
we've essentially got to clean out a whole bunch of cubbies here, including a couple of elites. And before we can actually, by the technique that I'm going to use with a couple of elites, but actually if you were to fight your way all the way through, then there would be a couple of more you'd have to deal with. But we're going to run a nice little skip. Alright, so I ease out on the right or left side. Don't step into that circle. That will activate the elevator and you'll go down. We don't want to do that quite yet. We want to take out as many of these coveys as we can from up here, focusing on the jackals and the grunts. And this was not one of my more accurate days with the carbine. And I'm trying to hit him in the hands and knock him back and then get an open headshot there. Same thing here. At least I finally got that sucker. This is amazing. Sometimes I can take them all out very easily. Sometimes I can't hit the broadside of a barn. At least he's coming towards me and make it a little bit. There he goes. I don't know if I can take any more out from up here. Nope. I was trying. Well, maybe I think I got this grunt. Yep, there goes the grunt. Okay. Well, I'm going to just come down this left side. I don't see any more obvious. Come down this here, and I'll use the elevator. Cortana fusses at me. By the way, I cannot hear what's being said while I do the voiceover, so I'm just sort of guessing there. But she was definitely fussing at me for not using the elevator. Alright, now I'm just checking to see. Okay, there's a shielded jackal on that side. Shielded jackal in grunt there. So we can take them out. There we go, there goes the grunt. There's the jackal. Hit him in the hand, knock him back, headshot. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, instead of engaging the elite that's right in front of me, I'm going to rush down here and take out these grunts and jackals down here on the lower level. Okay, and then move ahead. Now, I'm not really sure what happens, whether or not elite number 1 despawns and elite number 2 spawns when I do that, but now I'm left with one elite that's halfway up the bridge, and he's the one that I cannot take out with a noob combo or plasma peppering. Not very easily anyway, and he is very active, which means he wouldn't stand still for me to begin with. So, but first, what I want to do, I want to take that gunner out in the Phantom. That gets the Phantom away, and I'm looking for a jackal sniper up here. And I'm using camo so the elite doesn't see me and start firing at. Well, I can see the headlight on that jackal, but he's in a position I've never seen before, so it's very hard for me to get him. And of course the elite gets in the way. So I step back for a second. Now I'm waiting for my camo to recharge. I'm going to try again. Not an easy way to head shoot somebody, but in fact, I think it took me 3 tries here. Alright, finally got him. Alright, now I'm going to run back here and ammo up on the battle rifle. Okay, and run down underneath. And back up and go camo. I'm watching my motion detector. I'm waiting for him to stop. He does. And we'll sneak around the edge here and come up on him, and boom, assassination. And that wasn't too difficult. Alright, now we've got some more grunts and jackals and another elite to take out. And first thing we want to do is take care of the grunts and the jackals before we take on that elite. Alright. Come on, Mr. Grunt. Oh, there's the... Oh, and he's got a needler. The elite has a needler. That's not good news. That makes it a little bit tougher. I have to stay a little bit more in cover. Okay, there goes a grunt. And there goes a jackal. Let's see if I've got any more to take out. I don't think so. Now, what I was trying to do... Oh, there's one... Oh, crap. There we go. One more jackal. I think that's about it on the minor enemies. And what I was trying to do here was trying to work him over to be just opposite me on this platform and start throwing grenades with the idea that his momentum would carry him off the platform. And I actually got him over here to the left side once. And I'm being very careful, but he doesn't want to throw from the edge. So I'm going to have to use plan B here, which is a noob combo. And I'm not sure, maybe if I'd have turned tough luck or catch on, I'd have got him more grenade prone, if you will. But that's okay. It wasn't too hard to take him out. I just had to dodge that grenade. And I was being real careful because he had a needler. I didn't want to expose myself too much, because a needler can take you out in a hurry. Running back, and I want to get full ammo on the battle rifle one more time. Okay, before we do the next bit here. And I'm going to make sure that I have a fresh plasma pistol as well, although as it turns out I really didn't use it. Well, actually I did, but we'll get to that. If you've got the opportunity, fill up on ammo. That's basically a good rule of thumb. Alright, now what we're going to do here is when we come up the ramp, we're going to turn back and grab that Banshee that's parked there up on the edge. And, okay, go high. We want to go over this Banshee coming at us. Alright, I actually clicked on my camo. Whoa, that was close. And we want to come down here, and I didn't quite do this right, but what I wanted to do was a turn right and land. Because of the way I landed, I couldn't get through the doorway there, so I had to actually jump in the Banshee and try again, and that almost did me in. But the idea there was to come down and turn to the right so that when you jumped out right into the doorway. And that the Banshee also shielded you from taking fire from the coveys behind you. But that eliminated the need for one final big battle to get through that doorway. Well, I'm not really doing a great job here. The idea here is to take out those 3 elites right away. I mean 3 grunts right away. And then concentrate on the guy that's in the grunt that's in the that ghost there that's giving you so much trouble. So it looks like I'm going to have to defer on those grunts. Oh, there's one. Okay, good. I think I'll just have to take out one more. But the idea with the ghost here is go invis, and once you do that, he will turn sideways, and then you can take him with a headshot. Immediately run out. Oh, there's the third. Run, take him out. Run out to the ghost, this first ghost here. There's two you have to deal with, and run the ghost back down here to the platform. Now we've got on the left, we got a grunt in a plasma turret. I'll go ahead and take him out. Oh, he jumped. Oh, did he jump out? Not really sure. Okay, there's the ghost. Now that grunt birthday party makes it a lot easier to see if you've taken out a grunt with a headshot at distance. All right, there are two jackal marksmen up here. One of which has a beam rifle. Is actually a sniper. And I don't know, you know, sometimes he's on the left, sometimes he's on the right, but there's two of them. We do want to take them out. But they're not easy. So maybe we'll have to deal with this second. There we go. Second ghost. And notice that I went camo and he turned sideways, and I was able to take him out. Okay. Let's see if I can take the. Well, we got another grunt on the plasma turret here. Take him out. All right. See if I can get that that jackal over there on the right. Oh, got him. How about that? And I can't see the one on the left. So I'm going to have to figure out another way to get him. And there is a plasma turret over here, right about there. He will start firing there. He's firing at me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to momentarily swap out my plasma pistol for a rocket launcher that's conveniently right there. Come on back over. And let's see if we can take out that turret with a rocket. Okay, I think I got him. Yep. Alright, notice that jackal who's coming down there. He's actually going to come to the center area there and come down the stairwell straight at me. And he's going to turn into a real easy target. Right there. Boom, he's gone. Alright, now what we've got, still got that jackal marksman on the left. But I've also got a number of, I'm not sure exactly how many, a number of shielded jackals and grunts in the middle, and an elite. And when I take them all out but the elite and one of the miners, then the elite will charge. And that's when I jump back into the ghost and try to take him out with the ghost. In the meantime, oh, there he is. And I think I just got him. Okay, good. I've got that jackal on the left. And now I'm trying to take out grunts and or shielded jackals. I think there's two shielded jackals and a grunt up there. That's what's left. And so whenever I take out this, my best opportunity here is going to be take out this guy. Yep, there he goes. And know where your ghost is, because here comes the elite, and actually it is a grunt that's left with the elite. And be very careful, because that grunt will see, he just tried to EMP me. And so, okay, boom. Now, there goes the elite. Now the grunt's gone suicidal, and he's an easy kill. You got to be real careful when you have down to the last two there, because even if it's a shielded jackal, if he's got a plasma pistol, he's going to try to EMP the ghost, and that really makes you vulnerable. Okay, next up, and we are getting close to the end here. Next up, coming out of the area that I'm looking at, will be a concussion rifle elite and 4 grunts. And what we want to do here is just take out the 4 grunts. And we're going to use a different technique for the fuel rod elite. And the grunts were pretty easy to take out. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm running up about here and firing in this direction to get the elite to focus on the ghost. In other words, get him over on that side. And now I'm going to come back over here and try to come at him from the other side. Right, use this platform to jump up here, jump up here, jump up here. Alright, and I can see him over there on the left. And right here I go invis. Now, if Mythic and Tilt were on, then I'd have to assassinate this guy. But because Mythic's not on, that's all I have to do. I can noob combo him. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a little crouch jump up on this stanchion. Crouch jump over on this rock. Don't worry if you go too far. Alright. And I'm going to maneuver myself here. I just walk right up to the tip of the rock and turn around to this support. And we're going to do a crouch jump on top of the support, then jump up here, go invis, active camo on, sprint past these guys. And one of them did actually fire at me, which is the first time I've ever seen that happen.
I'm detecting a lot
But
of
no damage.
around the terminus's location.
And what we've done is we've totally skipped a major battle up here
The Sentinels
that
are
had
trying to keep the
elites
Covenant out.
and hunters and all kinds of coveys. And that's a nice little trick that
While you were busy,
was
I managed to
developed by
clear up another
the
transition
Mythic
for
community.
Infinity.
And essentially the mission is over. We've got to run up here and get on an elevator to go to the top
I wonder if it's related to
and on to our next mission, which is Forerunner, I believe. But
the map placed it at the top of the tower.
listen to the German opera music here. By the way, hopefully my voiceover and suppressing of the native audio will keep me from a third-party content challenge. That's actually, people in Germany could not watch the video that I did as part of my full campaign run because I didn't cut back on the audio, and for some reason there was a challenge because of the German opera music. Anyway, that's the end of the mission. I'm skipping the cutscene here. The credits roll at the bottom. The challenge should pop here momentarily. I hope this helps in your quest for the challenge. Old and Nikki signing out. Good night.